How's it going, everybody? This is the Uncanny Omar from Near Mint Condition, the home of collected editions. And it is Saturday. That's right. It is your Saturday live stream with me and my lovely co-host, who's not here right now. She had to drop our daughter off at a friend's house. But here we are. How is everybody doing? First, second, happy Saturday to you, Kenny. And Rahul, how are you, my brother? And Carlos, ¿cómo estás? Was we reading Stargirl by Jeff Johns and trade paperback Love Courtney and the Stargirls TV series. I love the story behind that too, how it's based on his sister that, he unfortunately lost in an accident. It was an airplane accident out of New York back in it's like late 90s. She was a young girl, and that's who he named the character after. Arya, how are you, buddy? And Kane, Amber, how are you? Logan, my brother, Sterling Silver, and what is up indeed? David, how's it going, brother? You're always first. What's going on? This is on time, question mark. Yes, it's on time, and Melanie's not even here. Nobody's holding me accountable except for you all. Who's minting monies? Not I. Jason and Hamza, how are you all? Bailey, how you doing, brother? I hope you haven't been hit too much. Oh gosh, man, our backyard is rough. Phil, how's it going, buddy? Hope everybody's doing great. Hope you're doing great too, Dan. And hey, Norin, how are you doing? Pretty sure the most recent Wolverine issue would put a smile on Omar's face. Ooh. Does that have something to do with the adamantium surfboard, perhaps? Hope not. Mr. Kyle, what's up, buddy? Greetings, Omar. As always, from Halifax, Nova Scotia. Hoping you're here. You hear some announcements coming soon. Yes, I just got to get to filming. Now it's on me. Now it's not on Marvel. They just approved my 2 videos. One of them has to be approved by somebody else. But the Masterworks announcements will be tomorrow here on the channel. Today, if you're on Patreon. And yeah, I got to do a lot of filming tomorrow. So very, very excited for that. And I got to do some filming for one announcement from the folks over at Titan. So Polly, how's it going? And Goosey, Omar, what are you reading? What is everybody else reading? Oh, that is a good question. Well, I just got through my stack of a giant stack of Dark Horse trades. I cheated a little bit because one of them is a prose, so I didn't get to finish it. And the other book I had read a couple of years ago, which is the Baltimore Omnibus, but they sent me the true softcover version. But everything else I read, and oh my gosh, there were so many good things in there. Currently, I'm reading the books for Marvel that come out next week because I'm back to doing that, and including I'm throwing another Epic collection in there because I didn't get to talk about it on a video because I was MIA during those weeks. If you're familiar with my channel, I do a lot of my top 10s, top releases, top reads, top Marvel, top DC. And that honestly takes a lot out of me. So usually November, December are the months that I take a break from Hidden Gems. And for a couple of weeks, I also stopped doing the Marvel comics. So nice to be here too, Fabio. Radu, how are you doing? I really wish I could read comics for my job. Yeah, dude, I will say it's wonderful if I take a step back. In the middle of reading at 3 o'clock in the morning or in the middle of reading when all my friends are out drinking, because I make my own hours, and it's grass is always greener. And don't get me wrong, I love it. I absolutely love it. I never complain about it. But when things go wrong, or when you're tired and exhausted and you still have 2 more big books to read, not omnis, just trades, you're like, oh my gosh. Yeah. But it's a blessing. It's wonderful. But I do have to take a step back sometimes and kind of give myself a little bit of time to recognize what I do. Sean, how are you, brother? Yo, what's up, Omar? I want to read all the Batman Rebirth stuff, but don't know how to collect it. Is there a legit place I can get it from? Well, unfortunately, a lot of the deluxe editions are out of print. Some of them are out of print. I would honestly, at this point, if you're interested in big books, wait around for a Omnibus edition, which is, I'm sure, coming. But that's for Batman. But if you want Detective Comics, you have the Tinian run, which is the Rise and Fall of the Batman. That's available in omnibus format. And then there's also Batman Detective Comics by Peter Tomasi, also in omnibus format. Yeah. Omar, have you ever asked Marvel if they start showing the omnibus spine designs on their solicitations? No. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yes, but that was a flat out no, because the designs of the dust jackets is the very last thing they do. I don't know if anybody here does any custom omnis, but you all know that when you're doing a custom omnibus, the very last thing that comes is the dust jacket, because what you do is you send your books, and I'm just speaking just from somebody that has done this in the past, send your single issues, measure them, send them to the printer binds them, and then a week, I don't know, however long it takes anymore, but the last thing that happens is they'll email you, hey, this is how thick it is, what do you want on the spine, because you can design it yourself, and you take that measurement and you design your own dust jacket, which was a lot of fun. I kind of miss it, but I don't have the time anymore. But so that's the last thing that happens. And that's why I don't have the spines when they're solicited. So the very last thing that happens after the mapping, after the files are sent, after they triple check the files, after there's a proof at the printer, is designing the actual dust jacket. That's what's going on. Omar, how often do you get burnt out while reading? Oh my gosh. Depends on the book. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I love what I do. And then sometimes I'm like, is this ever going to end? Maybe it'll get better by the final issue. That's happened. I'm not going to lie. And I'll answer, no, it did not get better by the final issue. I'm sure downside of Omar's job, it is nonstop, no days off for good behavior. Oh yeah, I mean, I've talked about that, right? Which I need to give my brain a break. That's why, starting last year, taking a couple of weeks off the channel, something that I need to do, or I will just burn out. It's no sick days, no vacation days, and it's always working. Like, it's nonstop. I close my eyes and all I can see is words. It's kind of like the Matrix, except words are falling. And I'm like, oh, that's from this issue. Sometimes I dream about what I'm going to say on a video. It's kind of crazy. And that's when I realized I need to slow down. Like tonight, we're going to go out. So I had to double book what I did this week to make sure that there's enough content there, right? Because if you get sick, you got to think ahead. You got to use some of the stuff that you have just in case. Drama turd. I ain't never gonna let her live that down. Yeah, I get burnt out reading my backlog, even as a casual consumer. I can't imagine how bad that could get when it's your job. Why I'm glad my job is boring. I'll be honest. I mean, sometimes I don't miss the corporate world, right? Like I love what I do. But it's just me. So there is a lot of like loneliness that comes to the job. So if you're an introvert, more power to you. It's great, right? But I do miss like when things there's nobody to complain to, there's nobody to go out and drink with when you have a bad day. Like, when you have a group and you work together as a group and you've had a bad day at work, or a project fails and then go the way it will that you wanted it to. That's something that I do miss, that alliance, that friendship in your work buddies, if you have some, if you're lucky enough to have some. Yeah, because if I have a bad day, ain't nobody complaining but to myself. I mean, I've broken my camera and I've yelled out obscenities here that I'm sure my neighbors have heard, and I mean 2 minutes straight. So then I just pick myself up and put a smile on my face and say, what's going on, all you mentees? We'll talk about this a little. That happened right before I shot like one of those big long videos. I mean, there's nothing you can do. You can sit there and play the victim, or you can just pick yourself up and keep on trucking. Any chance we get East and West hardcover reprints? Jonathan Hickman said no, but I have a feeling they will come. Knew the spine design was probably the last minute. Absolutely. Yeah, it is. I love that shirt. Those Vault Vampire comics look so cool. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, Vault has been great. They put out a lot of great stuff, and long before they even reached out to me, I was a fan of a lot of their books. Like Barbaric was one of my favorite reads of 2022. These Savage Shores, I've been pushing that book. It was actually Maddie that got me into that book. We did an old reader, new reader 5 years ago, I think, and it's phenomenal. So rereading Superman by Joshua Williamson, hardcover volume 1, super core, and it's super great. Love art, so gorgeous. Oh, I can't wait to read those. I need to pick that one up. Do they reprint Amazing Spider-Man Omnibus volumes 1 through 3 often? Not often. They do come back to print, but your best chance of getting something reprinted is to vote on our most wanted reprint poll. I'm actually, I don't know. I want to make sure that they got back. Let me see. Make sure nobody got back. Yeah, so it looks like, James, thank you so much for reaching out, that we're going to start working on that soon. So that's something that will come on the channel. I don't know. Somebody suggested doing a live video explaining like the reprints, but there's so many reprints that video might be huge. But I guess I can leave a list out there for people that don't like to watch long videos, because you know how everything is AI generated, short and sweet, which is exactly what YouTube loves. I ain't ever staying up reading trouble, that's for sure. Omar, you get a lot of paper cuts reading for a living? I don't know, man. I've gotten actually more paper cuts working at a distillery when I worked there than I ever have reading a book. I've never gotten a paper cut reading. Omar, probably a dumb question. No such thing. When a book's solicited and being in the catalog, what does it mean? Okay, so every publisher has to put their books out into a catalog because they do it depending on the distributor. They do it 4 times a year, 3 times a year, because that's how they get them out to bookstores or places like that. So every publisher puts out what they're releasing in the next few months, sometimes a year in advance, which is why I do announcements. So those books are never solicited though, so it's still, that's something the consumer never really sees, right? That's mainly a retailer or the distribution center. Us as consumers, us as people that buy the books, never really see that, or are not supposed to see that. But because we live in a wonderful age of the internet, anybody can go to PR Age or Lunar or Hachette, and although it's a nightmare sometimes to guide yourself through those, and you can find the things that are coming. But since it's not officially solicited, they can cancel the book, or they can pull it out of the catalog at any time to make room for another book. Those sometimes just work as a placeholder. So that's why I always tell people, especially with DC, because we've seen it a lot with DC. And it's not that Marvel doesn't do it, because there was, what was it, the Fury book, I think, that was pulled. And that was 2 weekends ago when we did that.
I gotta get coffee.
Okay. And then what was it? There was the New Warriors, which, well, yeah, that New Warriors book was pulled. But it's happened a lot. That's why I always remind people, just because it's in the catalog doesn't mean that it doesn't have a chance to get canceled. Solicited means that now retailers have a chance to actually order the book. Now, the catalog will let places like Amazon and Target, or depending on big stores wherever you are, Waterstone, Barnes & Noble, order books or look at books ahead of time that they're going to put in their order form. But when it's solicited, that means that retailers like your local comic book shop can actually order the books. And that's when it's really important, because that's where pre-order comes from. And every publisher will tell you that pre-ordering is important, because that's what happens. Unfortunately, some books get canceled because there are not enough pre-orders in. That is the long-winded, sorry, answer to that. There's a lot more to it than that, but that's kind of gives you an idea of what the differences is. What you want it is to be solicited, so it gets one step closer to you, is what I always say.
It's Punk Goth Emo!
I wasn't aware that we were doing that.
Day!
I wasn't
you
aware.
You didn't want to wear eyeliner?
No, I did that eyeliner. I did the eyeliner that one day.
Yeah, he looks good with eyeliner on.
No, I do not.
Yes, you do.
Have you read Joshua Williamson's Superman? What did you think? I haven't, brother, and thank you for the super chat. Hope you've been doing well, Mike.
Oh,
Mike,
let me give you a. Oh, I can't.
I read his Flash, and I have read his Duke. And there was something else that he did, but I have not read his Superman. But I've been told by Superman fans that it's actually solid. Hey, Dana, how are you?
Thanks, guys.
Now people are saying hi to you.
a couple weekends ago, we had emo themed birthday party for the amazing Amanda, and I was like, oh, I could wear this on the stream because where else am I going to wear it?
A punk concert.
This was mine, or this is mine. This is my daughter. She bought it like a convention, and I was like, oh yeah. And then, of course, we are Venom.
Wow. Well, great. You are really feeling that. Hey, Omni, what happened to New Teen Titans 6? Canceled. But I mean, let's not forget, that book was canceled 5 years ago. So anything is possible.
Lionheart's getting his hair did. Awesome.
Right now, as we speak, Lionheart.
Hey guys. Yeah, totally. Right. This is cool. Listen, I don't have to announce students of the week because I keep them from last week because we only had one day at school this past week.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, oh,
snow days here.
Because I would not wear this to announce students of the week. I'd be embarrassed to be like, oh gosh.
What if your students are like, man, my teacher legit is cool?
No. But I think it's fun, so I'm gonna wear it.
You keep on wearing it, baby.
I'm gonna try to.
She's trying to join. She needs more white makeup.
Oh yeah,
more white makeup.
I dressed up as Death one year. Heather and Tina helped.
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun. I like how you just knew where the Hush Omni was without looking.
That's how. Thank you. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how that will.
Pick.
I don't know how that will ever come in handy, but thank you. Omar, when Marvel sends you new omnibuses, do you always get to choose the cover, or do they send you what's available? Oh no, David is kind. He lets me choose the cover. The distributor sometimes honors that, and sometimes gives me whatever. And honestly, I don't. And I know people that have seen my overviews have mentioned things like, "Oh man, your omnibus is bumped, dude. You need to let them know so they send you a better one." It's a review copy, so I never complain. Like, whatever. If they send me the wrong cover, it's whatever. It's a review copy. I don't care. I'm very blessed that they send it to me. So, because I mean, these are big, expensive books, I realize. And I don't, I'm not going to be the guy that's like, David, can you please make sure your people, send me a mid copy of this book? Because,
Good morning,
it's for me to read.
What's up, Omar, Melanie? Hope y'all and the family have a great weekend. We are finally able to obtain Ultimate Spider-Man #1 by Jonathan Hickman. Almost. All right. So we went to the store.
Shout out.
Wednesday because we didn't have school.
Where did we go?
Went to A+ Comics in Lexington.
Love those guys.
And asked Russ. Everybody in Lexington was sold out of #1.
A lot of people are sold
Ultimate
out.
Spider-Man. He said, well, we're going to get another shipment of first printings. I was like, yes, because now I kind of actually do care about first printings. I was like, I want a first printing. So he's so kind. And then he's like, oh, and he texted Omar later. Actually, he had Russ on the show a couple of years ago, interviewed him, and said, which cover do you want? And it was the
Jeffrey Scott Campbell and
the black spider suit.
Yeah.
I was like, well, it is him being married to Mary Jane. That's what I want. But that cover, that's not for me. I want the black Spider-Man. And then he's like, oh, wait, I found out that to go for $50. And I was like, no, you keep it. You sell it for $50. I'll take the other one. So I'm hoping maybe we could go get it tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. We'll have a little time before the book.
I haven't read it yet. I'm so excited. I read my other singles that I picked up. So, yeah. Oh, man, I'm so excited.
What happened to the book Iron Man Heroes Return Volume 2? Can't find the book anywhere. I don't think it ever came out. Like I said, people cancel things all the time. So that book will probably come back as a modern epic collection. That's awesome that you went to the...
Brian was saying he went to the LCS for first time in years looking for Ultimate Spidey, and the owner told me to go to eBay. Oh, man.
You met Tim Capello, the guy, the sax guy?
That is awesome. I hope you're doing well, Hondalorian.
Wait a second.
Got my Last Boys Blu-ray signed.
Okay, sorry, in my head, I thought you were going to a comic book store and Tim Capello was there, and you just happened to have your Lost Boys Blu-ray with you, or you were doing some major stalking.
With TMNT ending at 150 before Jason Aaron relaunches it, which I'm excited about that. Do you imagine we'll see IDW doing Omni's compendiums like they did for the earlier stuff and Lock and Key? I don't want to buy the oversized hardcovers if so.
Do I imagine them doing compendiums? I don't know. Keep in mind, they've tried to, I mean, we've had softcover Omnis of these released. We've had the best of, which are big, thick books released. And then we have the OHCs. I think part of the problem with publishers.
Good to see you, Miss Walker.
Especially smaller publishers, is that they're realizing, I think we're putting too much of our content in different formats out there. We need to condense them. I mean, it's no secret, you know, IDW has been hurting for a while, and I'm so happy. I was so happy to see that they got the exclusive license to Ninja Turtles again. And on top of that, they're getting a big A-name writer and announcing the artist on Monday, which is really cool. So I don't think that we'll see compendiums unless, I'm serious, unless they just start selling a lot, because they've promised to keep those oversized hardcovers evergreen. Are you putting somebody in timeout? What are you doing?
No, I'm trying to spell out TikTok while you talk. Trying to tell New Smoothie Channel that you did a couple of TikToks.
Oh yeah.
But you're probably talking about longer content, aren't you?
You want longer content than Ollie's? When Amanda and I did that, that was a lot of fun.
You know, he's got really great statues and for sale at A+ Comics as well.
Yeah, we're probably gonna put some of toy, like Tina's suggesting doing toy stuff for TikTok, and I'm like, sure.
Did you show off your shirt?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
They noticed.
I might.
Thank you, Bruce, for the super chat, my buddy.
Thank you, Bruce. How are you? And here, before I read your super chat, let me tell you that I was reading Trouble. I genuinely do want to read it. I was starting to skim it, and then I was like, oh, I need to, like, it's I couldn't really follow what was going on because it's bad. So I was like, I have to actually devote brain power to this. But I am going to read it. Oh, I just shook it. It went to the side and I forgot about it. But I do want to.
That is Bruce's favorite book.
Finally finished my Marvel room. Noticed only Fantastic Four did not get a Hero's Return omnibus. It had a great run by Claremont, LaRocca, Pacheco, Loeb, etc. Any reason?
No. I think it was the last series to get trade paperbacks, honestly. So they were probably waiting on the trades to sell out, because we had those Heroes Return complete collections. I think we'll get it. We'll get it. You know who TikTok was? TikTok was a fat little robot dude. I love that guy.
Unboxings? Thank you, Final Shadow. Yeah, like...
Yeah, people wanted to see me cut.
Now I've got boxes upstairs, and I was like, don't open them. I got to do it for TikTok. I was like, oh, okay. I'm going to vomit after. Yeah, it's a look bar.
That's a look. Thanks, Bar.
Josh wants to read Trouble.
Why?
I'll send you the other 12 copies.
Go read better stuff. Now we need to send Omar every copy we can find of the Pro. That I will actually take, because I love the Pro. It's such a good book. That was one of Amanda Connor's favorite stories that she worked on. And it's so ridiculous. I loved it.
Ooh. Have fun, Partworks Comics reader. Heading cross country for a signing.
Hey, you tell him I love his book. Okay. I love his
week.
Bird King, and I'm pushing Dark Horse to hopefully release an oversized hardcover of that one day. Such a good book.
First, Melanie, love the look. Thanks. Second, are we getting a new symbiote Omni this year?
2024? We're getting the Alien Costume Saga Omnibus. Does that count? Is that like a Venom Zero?
I think that counts.
Does it count?
The suit is the symbiote, so I count it. I count it. Oh,
so maybe.
Wait,
yeah, but that's the
it's
only.
It's a retcon.
Of course, it's a retcon.
What are you talking about?
It
was not the original story.
No, I mean the idea of Venom was a retcon. Like, it's not like the idea was to actually have a creature, bond to another man and become.
That's not a retcon. It's not like they established the suit.
Please do teach the guy that runs a comic book channel what a retcon is.
All right, it was established. It's a suit that's alive, but it never was like, oh, it's something else. Oh, we're gonna change it. We're gonna retcon.
Never developed teeth and a tongue.
But it developed because Peter didn't
evolved.
have that much vengeance inside of him.
You know what? it takes a great man to admit that they're wrong.
Who's dressed like this?
It's a good thing I'm just a good man.
I don't know. What do y'all think? Do you agree? You can disagree.
No, they're probably like, what the heck are they
I don't think it's
talking
a
about?
retcon.
I can't hear Omar because Melanie's doing all the talking. Strike 2.
Lionheart, this Black Panther.
I hope it's worth it, Lionheart.
It's got upside his head.
I hope it's worth it.
You got any Flash Omnis recommendations?
Oh yeah, I do. Flash by Jeff Johns, Volume 1 doesn't really get going till about a third of the book, though. Not gonna lie. And the Flash by Mark Waid, solid start. Especially when you get to Born a Run. It's a great storyline. Ooh. Woman's playing. Oh,
yeah,
thank you.
English teacher
Thank you all.
on words.
See, Josh, that's why you're so weak, man. You can't side with English teachers. They're just people.
Sorry to interrupt. You were answering a question, but to clarify, I meant other than alien costume side, like new Venom, Carnage, etc.
I haven't seen any. No. So
okay,
those two are the big ones, and then the William Messner Loeb's omnibus that's coming out later this year, will have the beginning of the post Crisis on Infinite Earth story, which is so awesome that they're doing that. So I'm very happy for that one.
This makes me want to watch Firefly again.
Black Panther
mark
does?
of a great man.
Oh,
I'm just a good man. Well, I'm all right.
Oh man,
it's such a good show. It's been years since I watched it. Oh, that. Before we get to Jack's super chat, thank you, Jack. Ali is trying to get into comics. Can you suggest a good standalone or omnibus?
Sure. Oh, you want to get into comics? Expensive. All right. Gotham Central, great standalone. There's a Marvel's oversized hardcover. You're gonna love it. There was a 25th anniversary that came out. It's still available because every 5 years they release them in oversized hardcover. And Weapon X, if you can find the gallery edition, is great. Annihilation is a good one. And I'm trying to think of just standalone from Marvel and DC. If you just want to get into comics in general, there's some great independent stuff too that's available. Like Hellboy is phenomenal. But as far as like Uncanny X-Men Volume 1, which just came back to print, that omnibus is great. Batman by Paul Dini is a great jumping on point. That omnibus is a great jumping on point. I love that omnibus. But I've actually done a video on my channel on the best top 10 Marvel and DC omnis.
Lucy, you got some explaining to do.
Can you go to Comics Are Dope after we get the super chat? Viva Peru, carajo! Over 250 people in the chat, but only 72 likes. What's up with that? Thank you, my fellow Peruvian. Hulk smash that like button, fellow NMC homies.
Well, thanks, Jack.
Thank you, Jack.
I hope you're doing well. Art with Michael suggesting classic combo like Miller, Daredevil, or Burn Fantastic Four. That's a good idea. Loeb Sale Marvel stuff is great.
Yes,
standalone.
That's a great one.
Miracle Man. And Shonda Silk's asking the question, what genre books or movies you like the most? That's a good
follow-up question. Batman Adventures is awesome, especially if you grew up with the show. Comics Are Dope was saying that, the Black Panther Priest Volume 2. This is our good buddy who has his own channel, and he had a chance to interview Christopher Priest. And I was trying to find him. I don't know if he's still here. And when does that go live, dude? I love talking to him. He's a great guy and loves to talk. So you could just sit back and just listen to the man.
How about Comics Are Dope? If you could put in the chat what was your question?
It's BJ Kicks.
Yeah, what was your question?
When that video goes live.
When the video goes live. There you go. Thank you. Yeah. The one and only BJ Kicks is here?
He is the one and only. Good guy. I hope to make it to Heroes Con this year. We might be out of the country, but
there we go.
I'm not sure.
It's going to be a two-part at least, likely first week of February.
Good deal. I know my dude loves to talk, but yeah, it's worth it, man. Good information.
Hey, Johnny. I think Infinity Gauntlet is one of the best omnis Marvel has ever published. Great as a standalone. Oh, that's true too. How are you doing, buddy? I hope you're doing well.
Johnny messages me all the time. He's gone on a turtles kick. I need to show you some pictures.
Fun guy to hang out with.
He's nuts.
A loud guy to hang out with.
He's nuts.
We were walking down the street, I remember, and I was like, you were so loud.
Thought Latinos were loud. Johnny's over here yelling. Bar, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Bar, thank you for the
softcover Omar. Now, we did a live stream together. Granted, it was an AMA. You can still call me softcover or Omar.
Oh, Bar,
the disrespect.
I forgot to upload the GIFs. The Harley Quinn GIF is deleted. So, just really quick. There you go. Yay! Oh. Okay.
You could have kept that up there a little longer.
It's family friendly.
Oh, it's a family friendly show.
It's weird. My life changes.
Okay, softcover.
Can putting omnibuses tightly together damage your structure in any way in the long run? That's a good question.
You know, I'm actually there was a gentleman that wants to come on the show that is a professional, and I made this poll on Patreon. You know, to make these books last longer and to talk about the build of them and how you can prolong the lifespan of these books, because they are expensive. I've never had an issue with putting them tightly together on the shelf. I can't imagine why. I mean, if anything, you know, people are always worried that they're so big that they'll start to sag. The actual pages will start to sag. I've been collecting these since day one, and I haven't had that issue. And I'm thinking, you know, I still have my Uncanny. That is a first printing, and I'll probably never get rid of it. But a couple have been replaced by newer printings. I need to replace my JSA Omnis, honestly, because I've cracked the spine on 2 of them. They were just, if you got into the game, you know, just about 6 years ago when they started reprinting JSA and all those older books, you came in at the right time. I know people complain about the paper stock, but there's a reason why they stopped using heavy glossy paper, because it just got to be so much on the spine. So, oh my gosh, I lost a lot of great warriors that way.
Were they new?
New 52, yeah. New 52 had a broken spine.
You know what I meant.
And what was the other one?
Warriors.
No, I was focusing on the question. What was the
Carlos is yelling that New Warriors is it's the best book ever.
Fabian agrees, and so do I. It's great. I love it. So I'm gonna, and people, 99% of the people voted that yes, they would love to have somebody on the show, just kind of showing them, you know, some tips and tricks. So I will reach out to them again. What are y'all currently reading? I've been flying through One Piece. I've read all of the way from the start to Skypiea.
Yes, it's the start of December. Oh, dang, good.
It's an adventure, man.
I'm on volume 67, or I'm on 68. I'm in Punk Hazard. I still, whenever I eat, I read my One Piece, and that's why I'm late, because I'm like, just one more chapter. Well, as I'm eating breakfast, but then I have to go get ready and drive my daughter somewhere, and that's what gets me. One more chapter, and then I'm late. Tyler,
Does it have a thumbnail?
No. I thought you forgot to take a picture, and that's why.
No, I have a thumbnail. Why doesn't it show it? It's weird.
Let me answer Tyler's question. And John, I see that you gave us a super chat. Thank you. Let's see. Weird. So I filmed yesterday a review of Spider-Man Spider Shadow by Zdarsky and Ferris. And because I read it this week before going to bed, just the whole thing, and then I couldn't go to sleep. I was so excited. It pumped me with adrenaline. I was like, this story is exciting. So I was like, it's a snow day. I'll film a video, because I haven't in forever on my own. But the singles that I read, this, if you like violence and heart all in one story and like a page at every issue so far.
I have a question for you. And because she's actually further ahead of me.
Daniel Warren Johnson.
I've only read the first issue.
I did watch his commentary on YouTube.
Or watching your condition instead. Real question.
Okay.
Would people that have never read Transformers enjoy this?
Mm-hmm. That is a good question. Yes, because of course I know some stuff because of just who I'm married to, and that my daughters like it as well. But I mean, I still have trouble recognizing like individual robots and stuff. No, it's a simple story, but that doesn't mean it's not good. Like, it's like if you're a fan, you watch the 80s, it's like, oh, it gets to be violent. and you're like, yeah. And but if you don't know the characters, there's heart and action. Chef's kiss. Cable. Oh man, this feels like just a classic, good, solid story. I'm liking this so far. But
she's read all these. I haven't read these.
Read the second issue, Carnage.
I read the first one. That was fun.
And that's getting into his psychology. Read Batman, and this one's by Zdarsky as well. Haven't read this yet. I just picked it up solely because of the cover. Look at that. I don't know what Nightwing's about at all right now.
Oh my god, it's so
that
good.
Cover is amazing.
That cover is ridiculous.
And I picked this up because of the cover. I was like, oh, I like Hades. I'm gonna pick it up. And this was like published in September of last year. And I like it. It's actually good. So I'm gonna get more issues.
Wow, look at you.
I know, it's a comic book.
Maybe you should change your name to Single Issue Melanie.
Maybe, because and I like going to the comic book store because like I didn't know I wanted to pick up Hades, and then I did because I just saw it there, and the cover spoke to me. Why can't I find? All right, let's get to John's super chat. Let's see.
John's a monster because this is what's gonna happen.
To most favorite Kubert family, Joe, Adam, Andy, and Emma artists.
Let me tell you what's gonna happen, John. This is my least favorite first, right? If I choose Emma, I'm gonna be called a sexist. If I choose Joe, I'm gonna be called an ageist. If I choose Andy, I'm gonna be called what does he have? A beard? Yeah, a guy that doesn't like beards. I'm not gonna win. I'm going to get called out for this. So here we go. My God honest opinion, least to best. Kubert family. As an artist, not as a person.
Yes.
Adam. No, I love Adam. Never mind. Oh, I had it backwards. Emma, Andy, Joe, Adam. There we go. And I was blessed enough to meet all four of them when Joe was still alive. Still my favorite absolute. Oh, Trumbo, how's it going, buddy? Announcements are made and cleared for tomorrow, my friend, and they'll be on Patreon today. One of my favorite stories to come out of any convention is still the Joe Kubert. Like, it was the first VIP thing that Wizard did. Nobody knew what they were doing, but it was just us hanging out with the artists. I was just coming back into comics. I didn't have anything from anybody to sign. It was just a blessing to be sitting there listening to these people. But one of my favorite convention stories, which I know I sound like a broken record because I've told this story so many times on the channel, but in case you're new here, is when this guy who had this amazing sketchbook that he would get, this back when artists still had time and they were getting paid to go to conventions, but they would do free sketches. And he had this amazing sketchbooks of just these different artists. So he went up to Joe and he was like, Joe, can I get something from you, man? You are a legend. And Joe's like, of course, son, what do you want? Now, keep in mind, this guy was probably in his 60s and Joe Kubert's calling him son. And he was like, how about Ghost Rider? And Joe Kubert.
I remember this. Okay.
Adam is sitting right next to him, and Joe's like, Ghost Rider. And he looks at Adam, and he's like, who's Ghost Rider?
He's like,
and Adam's like, the guy, Dad, the guy with the flaming skull, you think this stuff that you. And Joe Kubert goes,
he sucks.
You stole the joke from me.
Yes.
He said,
that
guy sucks.
Did he say? Yes.
He says,
okay,
that guy sucks. You're getting a Sergeant Rock, son. I love that story because that's old school, man. The guy wanted a Ghost Rider, and he's like, "Nah, that guy sucks. You're getting a Sergeant Rock."
You say yes, sir.
Man, that's my kind. That's the kind of old man I strive to be. Like, whatever. Not familiar with Emma's work. She's done some. She's fairly new, and she actually was at a convention, selling her own artwork too. But I had to go with my childhood. I loved Adam. Adam's art was just.
Ellen,
superb.
thank you.
Elon,
thank you for the super
no,
chat.
hold on. Alon.
Okay,
I think, right? Did I say it right that time? Because Sonny Boo taught me.
Sonny Chiba taught you.
Sonny Chiba.
That would be amazing.
What
What's
is
Sonny
wrong
Chiba?
with you?
Wait, is he still alive?
You've been snowed in for 2 days? Where you at, Kingsport Cal?
I'm trying to find where that super sticker is to see.
Oh, okay.
If there's a
that question wasn't right, John. That was messed up. And hey, I told you I forwarded your message, right? Omar, my toasted frosted blueberry Pop-Tart. I like this man.
Oh,
What else is celebrating Dr. Dwin?
wait, no, Saint, Doctor.
Oh, Saint. I was jumping the gun. All right, go ahead. Why don't you read it?
Oh, now you give me the difficult word, though. Saint Dwinwin's Day, the patron saint of lovers.
Oh.
Tell our goth queen of the underworld, ooh, how much she means to you and give her a kiss. Aw, thank you.
Pay me a super sticker for this, so I don't know what that says about our relationship. She is the love of my life. She's the rock. She's the anchor that holds me down, and in a good way. Not like the old ball and chain. Not like the old ball and chain. Nothing like that. Although she is wearing chains, which is kind of weird to say. But no, seriously, I would not be here without her. It takes a special person to put up with me. It takes a really special person to put up with me and what I do for a living. Not a lot of people would.
No, I think it's cool.
Would be patient and have faith that you could do this. And it's, yeah, I am very blessed in.
Well, thank you, sweetie.
And she also makes a wonderful mother.
Sweetie Pookums.
She makes a wonderful. She's a horrible joke teller, but you know, can't win them all.
I almost cussed you out.
I wish you would. That I cancel you. Whoa, dude! Saturday morning stream. I hope your students are watching.
Surely, YouTube bots don't recognize middle fingers.
Was it unbelievable? I just went on this whole spiel about how much I love you, and you were like, that's all you heard was the last part. Omar, I've always been a big fan of Black Cats. The Black Cat by Jed McKay, Omnibus, a good read. Thanks. Hope you all are doing amazing. We're doing great. Thank you. I love it. I am a big fan of it.
I haven't read it.
I think Jed McKay has a great understanding of the character.
Jed McKay's doing a lot.
Yeah, he is, and I'm very happy about that because I really like him. He was really cool to hang out with. So it always helps when
did you do that?
When I was at New York Comic Con. That was at the after party.
Yay.
Yeah, super cool dude. Super tall too. And the only negative thing I will say about the book, and this is just me being honest, Travel Foreman's artwork is not for everybody because I can see this. It looks unfinished, if that makes sense. It looks like not like pencils and then somebody, which I love that style, where they don't ink anything. It's just colors on pencils, but more like it looks like a sketch at times. So it's not for everybody, but he doesn't do the entire book. It's a lot of fun though. I really enjoy that book. Yes, my wife made that.
And thank you so much. Don't be amazed. It's wow, I'm way behind in the chat.
Yeah, you're pulling
I just look at a picture online that somebody else made one and it just count the number of perler beads to put on the pegboard. You put them there and then you just iron it together. So I like crafts with patterns where my creativity is show me how to do it and I'll just mindlessly do it. It's relaxing. Like I don't have to think that hard about it. Let's see. I did start one more here and then I'll catch up with the chat. If you could Thanos snap a single Marvel plot or issue out of existence, what would it be? Is what Amber's asking. Trouble again. We've got trouble again.
One more day.
Yes. I agree.
And let me tell you, I'm choosing one more day over the devil being Nightcrawler's father. Oh, that so totally hurts. And Daniel Way's Wolverine. Oh my gosh. But yeah, one more day. I'm a sucker for Mary Jane and Peter Parker being together.
So excited for the Ultimate Spider-Man #1. Just made it to all new, all different X Factor by Peter Allen. Oh, I've got something to share about that. In my read through of the X comics, and holy heck fire, why is it so good?
Because Peter David is that good. And I'm look, the wonderful part of this statement is that you're in the all new, all different X Factor part. So you've had 70 issues of X Factor by Louise Simonson, who did an amazing job. And then comes this guy who kind of says, okay, yeah, I don't want to use, Wolverine or Bishop or those guys. Give me strong guy. Give me Rain, Wolfsbane, right? Polaris, Havoc, Multiple Man, and Quicksilver. Nobody likes Quilks. In one issue. That's
a good author, right? Take a character that's not
and
that
make
popular
you care about them. In one issue,
Nick, I like your thumbnail.
He made so many of us a fan of Quicksilver. We hated Quicksilver, but in one issue, and I don't want to give away which one because I want you to read it for yourself. In one page, we had a better understanding of why Quicksilver is the way that he is. And it is perfection. That God bless that man can write. What's going on?
Okay, so my mama forwarded me the email.
Oh yeah,
Peter
about
David
Peter
update
David.
because she was donating on the GoFundMe.
And thank you to all the people that have donated to that.
And so if you don't know Peter David, he is dealing with health issues, and now insurance is not covering the dialysis that he needs.
Ridiculous.
3 times a week.
Yeah.
One session is $743.
That's...
And he's at 3 times a week. So the GoFundMe that is, we'll put in the description, I guess, after the stream ends.
Yeah, I would be happy to.
Put in the description after the stream ends, would go towards paying for his dialysis. She also mentions like the shows they've been watching, and that he has been, it's been 2 months with no, the infection didn't come back, I believe is what she said. It's over 2 months without a reinfection. Yeah. So it's good news. However, the insurance, she's fighting with them to pay for the dialysis. So
Insurance is...
We'll put that in the description of the video.
They got the biggest damn buildings in the city.
Thank you, James. I was hoping that you would do that.
Thank you, James.
So here in the chat is the link to the GoFundMe.
And if you're not familiar with what dialysis does, it takes a toll on your body. I mean, they are literally siphoning out and cleaning out the blood and putting it back in. It's insane. And the fact that the insurance, whatever they have, is not covering that is just, oh man.
And people in the chat talk about insurance. But
yeah, it's just
horrible it is.
But I mean, it's just the way it is, right? Like here in this country, and if you're not from here, I said Tomar, not Omar. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's
you're
a good
good,
idea.
buddy.
Thank you, New Spooky Channel. Yeah, pin in the comment.
Oh yeah, you can pin here, right?
Oh yeah, and I can't pin.
You have to go to the here. So
I have to go where?
To the actual stream to pin it and find James' comment. So you go here and you go to the actual and it's hard because
wait, okay,
you need to listen here, let me do it because I love you. Okay?
It was moving. Okay. So no, it's right there.
You need to get caught up here and then you hit here and you pin message and then you ban James.
Oh my gosh.
First Omni I ever bought, Uncanny X-Men Omnibus Volume 1. Still have it. No matter how many times. I think Marvel sent me 2 copies of the reprints. I've given them away. I love that book. Never going anywhere. Signed by some people that are no longer with us.
Thoughts on Peter David's Symbiote Spider-Man, New Fantastic Four, and Joe Fixit runs from recent years?
Joe Fixit almost made it to my top 10 reads. And Tomar, it's me and Tomar Ray had a son. We named him Tomar. Symbiote Spider-Man has been excellent. New Fantastic Four is my least favorite, but it was still solid. But I'm serious. Joe Fixit was number like 12, I think. It got bumped off because every time I read something, I'm like, oh, this is good. And I put it on a sheet, like a master sheet. And sometimes it bumps other books that I've read.
Wow. That's organized for you.
Yeah, I never do anything like that in my life.
I was the Ultimate Comics Avengers run by Miller, where one arc is drawn by Pacheco, one by Yu, and the last arc by Steve Dillon. I do like Pacheco's art, so is that worth a buy?
I didn't like Ultimates, and I sure as heck did not like Ultimate Avengers. But if you're a fan of Ultimates, it's kind of more, it's not as good as that, but it's more of that type of storytelling, and it does have wonderful artwork. Man, I can't believe like Steve Dillon and Carlos Pacheco are now both gone. That's crazy. They're so young. So yeah, I mean, if you can find it cheap, go for it, man. So many good questions in the chat. Forgive my ignorance, please don't. But what comics is Joe Kubert known for? Probably Sergeant Rock. I'm more familiar with his sons than him, as respected as Kirby. And is he as respect? He has an art school that has his name on it, so he is respected in that way. There's a lot of students that have come out of that school. Some whose work you're probably familiar with, and some whose work that you were like, I don't even see the Kubert influence. There's a lot of artists that have come out of those schools. Who was it? Was it David Nakayama? Like, he surprised me that he did the Joe Kubert art school, just because their styles are so different. Oh, we need to do
Nick
the
is
BD Cosmos
also
too.
okay. Nick is also an English teacher. Any chance we'll get an Uncanny Volume 4 restock reprint?
Did that one not come out? I thought that one did. Didn't have a new spine, did it? Yeah, I'm sure we will. And it wouldn't be a restock; it'll be a reprint. So make sure you vote for it.
That still confuses me. You just told me yesterday the difference, and it's still.
Hey guys, hey chat community. Hopefully everyone's having an. Oh, thank you for that, Michael. How are you doing, man?
So, BD.
Yeah. So at this moment, if you live in Canada, we have some exciting news. We need to record the pre-recorded one. This part of the video is sponsored by BD Cosmos, the Canadian leader in graphic novels. They have a physical storefront in Montreal, Quebec, as well as a website, which is bdcosmos.com. And they have 25% off your order of in-stock collected editions of $99 or more. 25% off automatically applied to every collected edition pre-order before FOC. So that's why pre-orders are important. And free shipping everywhere in Canada for collected editions ordering total of 200 Canadian dollars after the discount. They also have a reward system where you accumulate stars for every dollar spent and redeem those stars for additional rebate on your pre-orders before FOC. And
that's B is in boy, D is in dog, Cosmos.
Yes. Why don't you give a little?
All right.
Try it.
I don't know if this is gonna be the song. Let's see. Let's see what happens.
All right.
Oh no.
Just their shipping care is exceptional.
I got this.
My bad. Okay. I'm trying to help.
You're
okay. The shipping care is exceptional. BD Cosmos trade paperbacks and omnis are carefully packaged
to get you through the rough Canadian weather and get you to the best possible condition. You could even say in near mint condition. Ting. All right, I'll play around with it.
Yeah, how about not right now? Okay. And you have the option to hold my graphic novels too, until you get to free shipping, which I think is wonderful because I do that with my pre-orders at Big Bad Toy Stores.
Yes, Tina, thank you. Performance anxiety. Thanks, Tina.
Oh, I'm going to put Tina on the spot next time she's on.
Tina, you proud of me for dressing up? Yo.
What is with you? Are you still in this?
Hey, I got to Caesar Clown in One Piece yesterday. That's one of her favorite cosplays.
BD Cosmos, a reliable source for comics and premium edition
in Canada. I don't know.
No, my wife's a one-trick pony, man.
Yeah, I just do that over and over again. No, I got it. I'll
here. Let me pick some.
Okay.
Here, because you're in the zone now. I've been reading comics for about 10 years, but one question I've never had answered: why will comics say March 2023 if the release in January 2023? I love this question. Do I have an answer? Sort of. They've been doing this forever. And I mean forever.
That's the answer. Because
hold on. Marvel released, I'll use Uncanny or X-Men #1, which released in September of 1963. But it actually was out in stores before then. So it's the actual release date that they have. The date is on the cover. But it does. Sometimes it comes out earlier. You're right, and that's mainly to do with the book market and the direct market. So there is that, and I think most bookstores most publishers are like that too. They're always a couple of months in advance. I don't really have an exact answer.
Well, Comics Are Dope is saying it's an old trick used to make comics appear new, since they would sit at a newsstand forever.
Yeah, it has a lot to do with the newsstand, but I never got an exact answer why. But a lot of publishers do that. Not Del Rey's been doing that for decades, but there's sort of the answer.
Yeah, that's a good question. Bruce, thank you for the super chat. Peter David is 67. Is Medicare that bad? Not looking forward to it in 8 years.
They'll question everything. Why do you need this? I mean, they don't. I deal with it because my father's sick and he has that, and I have to be the one that calls, and it's a nightmare because they don't want to pay.
So again, that's why the comment is pinned at the top of the chat for Peter David's GoFundMe.
Yeah,
it's to help pay for his dialysis treatment.
And just in case you are from another country, like what is happening, it's because of the healthcare. We don't have free healthcare here in America. So in case you're from overseas.
Jack, thank you for the super chat.
Since his birthday passed, favorite David Bowie song?
Oh,
Ground
Space Oddity.
Control,
God
yeah.
bless America.
Oh my
In 8th
God, I
grade,
love that song.
wrote a story based on
Although-
that because that song scares me. It still scares me. Just
I
thinking
saw
about.
my baby.
Oh, that's good
Try
too. No, Space
hard.
Oddity.
Oh my gosh.
Because I
That-
wrote that story and I still haven't. I read it to my creative writing class.
What a freaking awesome.
It's about these people going to space
question.
and dying, and they come back, and then they die again, and it's over and over for eternity. And everyone just looked at me after I got done reading the
collaboration
story in 8th grade.
with Queen was really good too, though.
Oh,
There's so many good ones, man.
Kingsport Cal said, "Let's dance. Put on your red shoes and dance the blues." It's perfect.
Oh, what
Chef's
was?
kiss
Hold on.
impersonation.
What was the song that sampled that?
Let's sway.
What was the song that sampled it? Vanilla Ice did Under Pressure. Although he explained it as there goes dun 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 dun. Ours goes dun 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 dun. I was like, did this fool just say dun 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 dun? And made me think that that's not the same. Get the Vanilla Ice.
For Christmas, I bought Tina a David Bowie figure of Jareth, pants and all, pants bulge and all.
Oh yeah, baby, that's the way Tina likes them. Skinny pants.
When will DC next catalog come out? And should we expect any new Omni announcements before then?
The catalog should be out early March. February, early March. That's it. Let's Dance. It was Notorious Big. Thank you, the Notorious Big. Notorious B.I.G. What the heck is wrong with me?
You sound like me.
I just read it. And I was like, it's Notorious Big. That was one of the best rappers ever. Okay. That was a good question, man.
Oh.
Actually, I know Hamza did not come to my live stream and start a sentence with actually.
Vanilla Ice just added a ting at the end and said that was the difference, even more relevant.
Oh, okay, Hamza, I jumped the gun. My bad. You're back in. You're about to get banned because you started a sentence with actually. Actually, Omar. Oh, that's a double whammy. Hey, Omar, is the new Black Panther Omnibus in the bookshelf? Yeah, Melanie showed it off a little bit earlier.
Do you know if the Invincible Library Editions volumes 1 through 3 will be getting reprinted?
I know one was, but I don't know when. I love my contacts at Skybound. They're great ladies, but they have so much to do. And I'm trying to get people like my contact at Valiant that just reached out to me last year. Oh my gosh, I've had a lot of fun talking to her, and I'm trying to get her on the shows so people can understand what it's like to be a smaller publisher, right? Like what it's like to, because when you think of companies like Valiant, IDW, Dark Horse, and Dark Horse tends to be a little bit bigger, but you think of like this huge giant, maybe a floor in the big building. So who was singing that?
Go. Vanilla Ice crawled so Eminem can fly.
No. So Machine Gun Kelly can fly. Now that comment would really make me mad.
Nick said
the Notorious Big.
Did you know that Allred did a David Bowie biography?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, I didn't know that. Did you read it?
Mm-hmm. That almost made one of my favorite reads
that's a good song
that
too.
year. Young American. Yeah, so many good ones, man.
Do you think we'll ever be getting an X-Men Volume 3 for more than 90s stories, Executioner song, etc.?
Okay. We need to talk about. Actually, I'm going to call an episode. We need to talk about X-Men. That's what me and Peter are going to start calling, because the mapping is going to get crazy. And I want people to be wise in the way they spend their money. Because like I said, these are expensive books. But if they release an X-Men, adjectiveless X-Men omnibus, dude, you were talking about quadruple dipping by the time you get to Executioner song. Because so much of X-Men has been collected in the Bishop's Crossing, Executioner song, Shattershot, Fatal Attractions, The Wedding of Cyclops and Phoenix. I mean, I know it's probably going to come. I wish they would map it like the Epic collections, though, where they put issues of adjectiveless X-Men with Uncanny. But I don't know what they're going to do. And honestly, I don't know if they have thought of, or maybe they have, and they just haven't gotten there yet, because they're like, we don't have to worry about that because we're not there yet with the Masterworks. But when we get to the, oh my gosh, I can't believe they're going to get to the Masterworks of Jim Lee's adjectiveless X-Men. That's going to make me feel old as crud. So we do need to talk about that. I don't know if they will or not. That is a great question.
When are we going to get Superman by Jeff Johns Omni?
We are getting a Absolute, Kenny. So that's a start, right? So we are getting an Absolute. Fun fact. Thank you, John, for the super chat, my brother.
Thank you.
That I do have an announcement to make here in a little bit with the winners of the Omnibus Volume 1. And all this helps with shipping. So thank you so much, buddy. PS Magazine, a maintenance-themed comic created and drawn initially by Will Eisner for the Army, was later drawn by Joe Kubert while I was in the North Dakota National Guard. Do you still have that?
Wow.
Just out of curiosity. That's freaking awesome. Now, before we talk about the winners, we do need to talk about if you live in Europe. We talked about BD Cosmos in Canada, so take advantage of that. Tell them Near Mint Conditions sent you their way. I forgot to mention that for the BD Cosmos. And you'll be automatically added to a raffle for a $25 gift card every month. Entries are valid for both new and returning customers. Cool. So that's a perk if you tell them Near Mint Conditions sent you their way. So that's awesome. The second part is, if you live in Europe, don't forget to check out Walt's Comic Shop. They're based out of Berlin, Germany. They have a physical store there. Flash shipping rate of 12 euros for all EU countries. Bulletproof packaging. And emails answered within 24 hours. Head over to waltscomicshop.com, where you can put the Near Mint Condition one word at the checkout and get free shipping for all EU countries with your first order of over 40 euros or more. Their books of the month are Something is Killing the Children, Deluxe Edition, Slipcase Volume 2 for 47.99 euros. Star Wars Legends, Tales of the Jedi Omnibus, both covers for 99.99 euros each, not both together. And Absolute Batman Arkham Asylum, the 2024 edition for 69.99 euros. And that's
Walt's Comic Shop, your reliable source for omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. Ting, ting, ting. I got that. No anxiety or performance anxiety. Woo!
You sounded like the oldest lady. I got that. The oldest country lady at the bingo hall. I got that performance anxiety. Woo!
I don't got.
Okay,
thank you for explaining Saturday Morning Fan. Newspeak Channel is talking about Tom Hanks.
I don't get
coming up with the idea of Beast Wars.
Yeah.
And it was because he said make the robots animals.
Yeah, prehistoric bugs. I remember the prehistoric bugs. And he said, I still quote, I don't get it all the time. And it's funny because there's a certain generation, right, that doesn't get it when I say I don't get it. What's so fun about playing with a building? God bless, ladies and gents. Have a good rest of your night. Polaris, you have a wonderful weekend too.
And how do you pronounce this person's name?
Oh gosh, now I'm
you just
Elon? Elon, is that how I say it?
Thank you for the super sticker.
What's he want this time? Does he want me to write you a poem? A haiku? I can't do a haiku.
Let's see.
Unless it's on accident, like Garth.
Melanie, tell Omar you love him in a deep, low death metal voice. Okay.
Yeah, let me hear your death metal voice.
Wait, when was let's say I love you. Okay.
Yeah, you can do that.
This thing's in the way. I can't go on.
Performance anxiety. Everybody, my wife.
I love you. That's not okay. I love you.
Are you being possessed by a demon? Is that the voice
and the giggles
channeling here?
I love you. I love you. That doesn't sound cool.
That's a little like Rocky.
I love you.
Okay,
there you go.
That's as good as it gets. That's as good as it gets.
This is good. Sorry. We do an overview of Fantagraphics, the Atlas Artist Edition #1. Joe
Manili, yeah. I haven't gotten it yet. Is it out already? Oh, go to Caleb. He's been asking.
Morning to you, Rocky.
He's been asking, Omar, you're a Gargoyles fan. Oh, absolutely. I've got all the Gargoyles NECA figures and the DVD, including the one that was never officially released. Have you seen the Kickstarter to reprint the old Marvel and SL? Yes, I have. It's really good. I'm glad they're doing it. Greg was on my buddy's show, Comics Are Dope, and he's going to come and join me in February, I think, to talk a little bit more about that. But you should check out the interview with Comics Are Dope. He's a great guy. Yeah, I've been a big fan of his work for a long time. I mean, I'm a kid of the 80s, right? And 90s. So that stuff is just awesome.
Here, this goes along.
I actually told Mr. Doonbeer that I would love to see an Arthur Adams Artist Edition. And he said, you would? Well, in 2025, where I'm actually going to put that out. So that was really cool.
Yay!
That was really cool. I was going on about Arthur Adams, and he just let me talk and talk and talk, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, it's coming."
I would like a Daniel Warren Johnson.
He's getting one, an Extremity one. That they're, it's just Extremity. It's just Extremity. It was his comic series, and it's a Kickstarter, I think. That he or so, I don't know who's doing it, but it's not IDW.
Oh, okay, cool. But I want the ones that I've read. I haven't read.
Glad I caught the stream. Do you think they'll do an Ultimate Spider-Man Omnibus Volume 5? Yes, and it will be mapped different than Death of Ultimate Spider-Man. I don't know how different, but I've been told it was going to be mapped differently.
Carlos had a question about Gargoyles. Classic Gargoyles coming soon.
I think they're releasing those, and those are Kickstarters. Yeah, seriously, man. Go and check out that interview. And BJ's a great interviewer. He's got a really good voice.
Caleb says, "Will do."
There we go. Greg Weissman talks Gargoyles inspiration. Yeah, Extremity was an awesome series.
I bet you it is. I read Dead Earth, Transformers, and
Power Bomb or no Mortar Falcon.
Yeah, and I didn't finish it because
I love Murder Falcon.
It was hitting a little too close to home at the time, and I need to go back and finish it. It just, I don't know. It's hard to explain. So let's see. Optimus Prime or Optimus, whatever the other option is.
It's Hot Rod over all of them, though. I love Hot Rod.
Yeah, overall. Well, okay, if you're talking about Primes, always Optimus.
Dude, I was Hot Rod when I was a kid. Like, just what a jerk. Always selfishly thinking about myself.
He's a strong character, great fighter, doing wrestling moves. You know that's going to come up.
Oh yeah,
and he's a kind leader with a deep heart that's just caring. Oh, it's good. I really like Transformers.
She really likes it.
I really like it.
I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna actually reach out to Daniel Warren Johnson's wife.
Oh yeah,
she's his handler. Kind of like you're my handler.
No, not anymore. I used to, but then I went back to teaching.
I fired you. She got fired.
That takes up my time and my brain power.
Final Shadow, you can call this part of the stream why Melanie got fired.
You know, I'm not exaggerating. I just imagine in my head.
Do not finish that sentence. Melanie, do not finish that sentence.
I swear I did.
Please, do not finish that sentence. What is wrong with you?
What's wrong with me saying that?
Nothing. Like, I think it's abuse, and people would be very shocked to hear that you want to kill your husband.
I don't. It was just I like Transformers. Like, I like violets. I'm not.
You say that like I like turtles. All right. Is Batman No Man's Land good considering all the omnibus so great Batman has? My wallet made this question. My wallet made you ask this question. Oh yeah, it's one of my favorite events. Seriously, it's one of my favorite. One of my favorite events, and you know what the premise behind it is that there was this huge giant earthquake that destroyed Gotham City, and the government doesn't want to step in and help. It kind of quarantines Gotham so nobody can get out of Gotham, nobody can go into Gotham, and it is freaking being ruled by just different crime lords, including the Joker. Like, he has his own sector, Two-Face. And the messed up part is that Batman gave up on Gotham and left Gotham, and that's how it starts. And you're like, what? And there's this awesome, like, top 10 favorite Batman moments when he tries to make it up to Commissioner Gordon, what he ends up doing. And not that, but the reaction Gordon has. I thought that was so freaking awesome and so badass. And just one of the best moments in Batman history. Hot Rod had to become Rodimus before he discovered the burn artist.
And then, I can't deal with that right now.
Okay, look.
Ultra Magnus.
Ultra Magnus is awesome because he's voiced by Robert Stack.
That's true, but that's it. All right, so Trisindon Travis is saying, wait. You had the last bunch of episodes of Gargoyles that Disney did not release. Where can I find that? I've needed season 3 for ages.
So I figured some old school folks would appreciate that comment. I found it on Etsy. There's I don't know if the guy's still around.
Oh.
Yeah, and he actually put them on Blu-ray, my brother. Yeah. To be fair, most married couples have wanted to kill their partner at one point.
If the doctor shows up, if we hear the TARDIS,
okay.
Goodbye.
Okay, I'll do one better.
You can't even share the doctor with me.
If Mephisto shows up and says, Omar, you got one more day. Done. I'm not even going to let you finish that sentence. Mephisto, whatever it is, done. I don't even know what you're offering me, but done. Get to stepping. Get to stepping. Notorious Big. Omar, if Skybound aren't able to reprint IDW Transformers to complete Phase 3, will you be making your own custom binds? I will be looking for them because I know people make them. I actually have information on that, on Transformers. I'm not saying what company. I'm not saying if it's just one company. But I can't say a word. Not yet. And whether I get to announce it or not, doesn't matter. What matters, I mean, I would love to, right? I would love to announce. But what matters is that things are being worked on. So, and that's what you guys want to hear. For classic Transformers, I don't know about IDW yet. That might be a little tougher. But for classic Transformers and G.I. Joe.
Maybe so, because I'm so into this new Transformers series that will help me to read the IDW. You guys hyped for Kira Saga's Corpse Delivery Service, Volume 6?
My shelf has been waiting for Volume 5, which we finally got last year, and Volume 6 has a spot right next to it. Yep, I'm excited.
Hey. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Cage is saying, remember Harvey Comics like Richie Rich? Have their history of their comics paperback out. Good day.
Well, good day to
letting
you.
Us know. And you convinced, thank you, convinced my wallet.
Oh,
don't know what
awesome.
About, though.
Great shirt, Omar.
You know what else could be a great modern midnight omnibus? Hint, hint.
That would be a good one.
Oh, here, let's get this question about ROMs. So then you can announce the winners and I can open packages.
Yeah, so I'm going to announce the winners of the Romnibus, by the way. So thank you so much to you all that have commented on the video. And as promised, I said I would be today. And Final Shadow, you can, if you could put this too, I don't mind, save them some time if they don't want to watch the whole stream. But does ROM hold up if you're coming into it blind as an adult? ROM, if you like the era of Marvel Comics, that classic era of Bill Mantlo and Sal Buscema on Hulk, if you've read that, yeah, you're going to love this. It's fun, man. It's so good. And it's stereotypical, right? Like giant meteor crashes on Earth. Robot walks out and he starts shooting people. And you're like, why is he killing them? Oh, man. Turns out that he's not killing them. He's actually putting them into limbo. And if they're wraiths, right? It's a cool little concept. He makes friends with Earthlings. There's a love triangle that happens, but he gave away his humanity. How can he fall in love with an Earth woman? He goes back to his planet. Does it hold up? Yeah, I think so. I had a lot of fun, and I had a lot of fun reading the letter pages because it's hilarious. The letter pages are our social media of back in the day because people were complaining, how can you all print this garbage? And other people are like, oh, I love ROM. So it's very interesting how much, as comic book fans, we have not changed. But listen.
Okay, so who won?
There are 3 winners, okay? So here are the winners. Thank you so much for entering the contest. Thank you so much for commenting, watching my videos. So congratulations to the winners. I've got them here. You have 48 hours. I think that's, oh, thank you, baby. That's what I was going to do. Sure. You have 48 hours to email us. And you can email us here at nearmintcon@gmail.com to claim your prize. Okay? So just email me, let me know you won, and here's how it's going to work. All right. So the first winner is Jose Reviews 137. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Like you, my first exposure of ROM was the hybrid story. Got it because of the X-Men crossover. To this day, one of my favorite stories of all time. Went back and picked up the back issues from there. Took me a long time, but I finally have the complete run of ROM, including the annuals. Well, you just got yourself an omnibus.
Yay!
And since you were the first winner, you can choose the cover. You can have the ROM issue #1 by Frank Miller, or the ROM X-Men cover by Frank Miller, or by God, it hurts so much to give this one away, or the George Perez cover. You get first choose. You get the first choice of cover. So congratulations, my brother. I assume it's a brother. Jose, right? Jose Reviews. Okay.
Second winner.
I know this guy. Or I don't know him. He was in the chat earlier.
Yeah. The adorable Brent Hogan. I love the shop ad cover. That is pretty unique. As for my first comic, that would be G.I. Joe #54. The animated commercial during the cartoon was awesome.
Oh, dude.
Congratulations.
So you have the choice of your cover, and I'll email you back
how are you
that Jose doesn't pick. Okay. So Jose gets first dibs of which cover he wants, and you get the second pick. I don't know what cover he's going to want, and the same for the third winner. Do you need an emulator to read? Very nice joke. It does stand for Read Only Memories. No, it doesn't. Read Only Memories was the game that my friend Matt works on. We have one more winner. And like I said,
his wife sang it.
We're shipping these ourselves. So thank you so much to the folks that super chatted. And doesn't matter where you live. And I'll sneak in a couple of extra goodies. You may end up with a couple. You may end up with a copy of Trouble, more than likely.
Yeah, you will.
And last but not least, Melanie, who is the last winner?
It is Terry Allen, Phantom Guy.
I
was lucky enough to have my family own a comic shop
What?
when Ron was
That's
released.
awesome.
So I read the series from number 1. Yeah, I'm old. Thrilled to be able to read these again. Congratulations.
So congratulations, you three. You
Yay.
have 48 hours. So by Monday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If I don't have an email from you, I'll have to do this again next Saturday. Okay? I think it's fair, right? 2 days?
Oh, yeah.
Because if you really want something, you're going to be here. Because I said I would announce the winner on Saturday. And Final Shadow, you can say...
Bye, girl.
You can call that... you can put the timestamp as the winners. Okay? Thank you so much for doing that, Final Shadow. I wish I could send you a copy, too. But congratulations to the winners. Thank you all for commenting on the video. It's really cool to read like everybody's favorite or first comic book. So as always, we don't have to reach a milestone like 100,000 to give away things. And if Marvel sends me 4 Micronauts number 1, I'll be happy to give 3 away too. So
give me some trouble.
Congratulations to the winners. 48 hours. So
congratulations to all until all are one.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Strange. Dr. Strange? Alex Ross, Dr. Strange. Thank you for that comment. It's a lot of fun, and I love paying it forward. Ryan Wilson, no, it was not.
First comic was Trouble. So this first one is from Amy in Texas, and it's addressed to both of us. And it's a keychain. So let's take a look.
There's a note in here. Is that a Marvel? Here, let me hold. Can you hold it up? It's a sexy Marvel cover keychain. What is with this? We got Trouble last week, and now we're getting Marvel.
This is awesome. Oh, I wish you. Yeah, that's the best I think I can get it. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. We can't stay away from these books.
Oh, I wish you
like that was back to back. Trouble in Marvel, like back to back. That's just crazy. It's a cool keychain.
Yeah.
Super sexy keychain too. I just can't win. I can't win. This actually came to our old PO box.
Oh.
And it was forwarded. I can't remember who sent it to me. I'll reach out.
Indu.com.
No, that's the company.
But yeah, maybe the company sent it.
No, it's not.
Oh.
It was a gentleman that reached out to me. So I got a volume 1, and volume 3 was at my other place. So at the other PO box, but they forwarded to us. So here it is, and I'll reach out to the gentleman that sent me volume 1. And Omar and Melanie, are we allowed to read that out loud?
I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think so. Here, you read it while I get the box.
Oh, yeah, because I don't have my readers on. Happy New Year. I just wanted to send these books for a future giveaway as a small token of my appreciation for everything NMC and the team provides me and so many. The countless hours of comic discussions, overviews, and breaking news means the world to me. In years past, you provided a sense of security and normalcy when the world had been difficult with an unprecedented pandemic. You then provided me with an escape when my dad was diagnosed and battling cancer. And more importantly, unknowing support when he succumbed to that awful disease. I'm so sorry, man. I've had several holidays, specifically Christmas, where you opened your home to myself and so many others. Battling extreme weather, family issues, or many other possibilities. Last year, I took a job working 100% remote. It was such a change, as you know, with your channel working primarily alone. And again, NMC has been a huge support. having your videos and streams as I work provides much needed security and companionship. Words can never truly express how much what you do provides for me and many others. So that I thank you endlessly. So for that, I thank you endlessly. I've been with NMC for 5 years. Oh, thank you for being here, man. And I don't ever want to imagine a day where that will change. So happy to support your venture and your continued deserved success. Now let's get a Scarlet Witch modern era omnibus. Your family has truly become my family. Much love, Dan.
Oh,
thank you, dude. That's wonderful. And as you
I'm really glad
folks
that we can
know,
help.
I keep all these letters. So thank you all.
Thank you so much. Thanks for letting us know that we're able to help. And
oh wow,
that's definitely something that's very important to us. Look at this. And so this is cut out, so it feels different. Like
it's the Batman.
Here, let me get rid.
That is so cool. So these are Batman covers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, classic Batman covers. Who published this? Did you see? I know that Titan did one overseas. These are really cool.
That T-shirt does not work well with the beautiful heartfelt letter. No, it didn't. You say lie. It's in the castle. That's really cool. That's a really cool book. And then this Captain America. What is this? This plastic?
It's broad art. They put it on Captain America Omnibus Volume 3. So thank you so much for that. And these will be part of our giveaway when we get to 100K. Yeah. You sent me Hulk. That's awesome. I could have used this. I bought my own copy, but thank you so much. Now I can give that away. That's awesome. And I think did I have a volume 2 that I gave away? I can't remember.
Wonder Woman, The Warriors. Ooh, that's a bright
1941 to 1945. And does have a collection of the comics in here. So thank you for that, Dan. Oh, I need to write his name. So we're starting to keep tabs on who's sending me.
The Avengers versus Thanos.
And Captain America Sam Wilson, Volume 1.
And The Clone Conspiracy.
The Clone Conspiracy. This is by Dan Slott and Jim Chung. So thank you so much for that, Dan. And I'm going to add his name.
Okay. I'm going to get some of these super chats. Bruce just wants to say hi.
Hey, Bruce. Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you. Bruce is a machine that sent me every copy of Trouble. Yeah.
Bruce is the one that sent that, if you guys missed it last week. And he
it's a great
13
guy.
Copies of Trouble.
He's a little nuts.
But, he also has this other super chat. Who gets
that is true, Melanie. Who gets a keychain? I think who would benefit from this the most?
Baby, you work hard or you have it. You put it on yours.
Yes.
I mean,
when I'm out there,
this is your job.
When I'm out there in the field of war, I will look at this keychain and think of better times.
Silhouetted Animator says
Legion was a very. How are you doing, Silhouetted Animator? Haven't seen you for a minute. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, it was. It was very underrated too. It was great. Have you read the Cy Spurrier book? Just emailed you both a photo of me, or goth photo of you. Do you want us to share it with the chat? Let me know in the chat.
Thank you for the super chat, Jack.
Good afternoon, Near Mint. Hi, 5BF Studio. How are you? Nice bunch of books. Yeah, that outweighs all the trouble we got.
If it was up to you, when would you have entered the Krakoa era? Thanks, bub.
If I was okay, I'm thinking about it from a business perspective. When sales started dipping, and I'm like, we need to relaunch with a whole new creative team. That's when I would have done it. So probably now is a good time. You know, here's the thing. You read comics long enough, and I'm pretty sure all the old guard here agrees with me. There's a rule of 7 years. And the rule of 7 years is that every 7 years you retell the same story over and over again. That rule came from the idea that there would be new readers every 7 years. The old guard gets tired of it, but it's like Dennis O'Neil said, right? Sell me old wine in a new bottle. That's what I want. You sell me the same stories, but you make it fresh and new somehow. And I think there are certainly a lot of writers that can do that.
Aw. Whenever Omar's having a bad day, just look at the keychain and he'll know why he does what he does and keep on trucking.
Marvel keychain.
Yeah, when you are, I'll run and I'll get your keys and shove it in your face and be like, remember.
Thank you so much, Marvel.
Silhouetted Animator, thank you again for the super chat. You
I
saw
did.
Dynamite reissuing the SLG Gargoyles comics?
Yeah, I'm very excited for that. There are different tiers, I think, for the... Yeah, I'm going to have Greg on the show in February, so very excited to talk to him. And on Monday, I'm having Jib Zub join me. If you're a fan of his work, he is the current writer on Conan, which has been freaking stellar over at Titan Comics. So I cannot wait to talk to him.
Did you send something, Josh?
Oh, yeah. It's upstairs. I didn't bring it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there is one more box. He sent because he sent it to our house. You'll see.
Okay, so it'll be our...
Yeah, it's with the other boxes.
Oh, yeah.
It's in the pile to burn boxes, Josh. Keep on trucking towards that Alf omnibus. No. Yeah, he's had some bad luck with his Twitter, I heard. Some awful things happen. Scott Lobdell wrote X-Men for 7 years. That was the era that I left. Glad to see Thundercats is getting eyes on the Clan, and Drew deserved the love. Yeah, I had the Clan on. He is a freaking awesome guy. Love talking to him. We talked about the Pogues. We talked about what it's like to write Thundercats, and really cool dude that I would love to hang out with one day. And I'm so happy. The sales of that and Ultimate Spider-Man #1, it just goes to show you that, comics are going to be a part of us, no matter what people say, that comics are dying or this is the last leg of comics. Like, comics will always be a part of us, part of our pop culture, as much as some people, not everybody, but their voices are just so loud and annoying, are telling others that comics are the worst they've ever been. No, they're still thriving. They're striving there. And you found it.
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, I love hearing things like that. I saw the sales of Thundercats #1. Great, man. Great sales. Omar, did you ever get the chance to ask Marvel if they would be making one of those spines for Avengers? Oh, not yet. I have to wait closer to the date. Declan? Is that how he told me to pronounce it? Yeah, sure. That sounds about right. We'll be getting a Magnificent Great House interview before Bang Volume 2 is released. Magnificent? How much did Josh pay you? Every 7 years, that's the same as Vulcans going through Pon Farr. Coincidence, yes. Yeah. That's why people like us, that we're like, oh, Civil War, rolling our eyes, right? Because we've already been through the Mutant Registration Act, and the people before that were rolling their eyes.
Look how pretty his signature is. That's amazing. You look how
The Astonishing Melanie and 2 Feet Oliver, or whatever his name is. Here are some books that need a good home. Did he send me all his leftover copies of Bang? Maybe give away, maybe school, maybe Omar throwing at Tina when she scares him. Thanks again for all the help and great hours. Hopefully you get more before 100K. You both deserve this and more. Thank you again. P.S. Omar called me cheap. We sent a bunch of original art for free. Ha ha. Oh, you sent me your... Oh, I don't have this one. I'm keeping that, Josh. Wait, did I send that to you? Now you're sending it back. Thank you, Josh. Seriously.
Thank you, Josh.
Josh is a great artist. He's a good guy. Despite of the, how he tries to sell himself online. He is a really good person. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. This is volume 3. Or no, volume 2. Volume 2. Yeah. The Devil's Red Bride. I haven't read this one.
Witchblade.
Old comics. Witchblade.
There we go. Ragnarok. I know you love this one.
I love Ragnarok.
Daredevil Yellow. The Witcher Ronin. Batman and Spawn.
Oh, baby, I didn't know you got that, Josh. Thank you, man.
Batman.
Okay, Batman.
We've got
some. Oh my God! It's one of the greatest manga ever.
So this is 1 through 8, and then 13 and 28 over here as well. Can you please? That's hard to hold that many manga.
Yes, ma'am.
The Way of the House Husband.
Oh, Heather.
A couple of these.
Heather loves those.
Housework Without Honor or Humanity.
Oh, I don't have volume 2 of that though.
Yeah, that's why I think I'll read it. And then I haven't heard of this one.
It's a this is the
Zombie
Zombie
Hunter.
Hunter book. I love the artwork in that. Thank you, Josh. Apologies if this is a painful question.
Thank you so much, Josh.
What was the reason for Marvel making the design change to smaller text on the spine for older Omnis? It's not a painful question. I think that moment has passed. I think me getting blamed for that moment has surely passed because I just don't put up with that garbage. Click on Tiger Eyes because I need to.
Okay.
Tiger Eyes, email me. I need to talk to you. I think I copied you in the last email that James sent. But let's get working together. Okay, buddy? Thumbs up. So the reason they changed it is because that's something they've been wanting to do for a few years. And they thought, okay, now that we're going to have a new distribution center, now that we're going to have a bunch of reprints, so people are getting these for the first time, let's go ahead and get that design that we talked about out. So that's why they changed it. They've been wanting to change it for a long time. And it's the design that they used. If you remember what were they called? The Marvel Select hardcovers. It's that same design that they have the smaller font and then the picture at the bottom. So they've been wanting to do it for a while now. So, and I'm sorry, I know that people are still upset about it. I just kind of took a step back because I got caught in the middle of that heat fire when I'm like, I didn't make any of these decisions. I don't know about people mad at me. Like, I didn't like it either. And I told David part of the reason he started talking to me is because how honest I was when I was calling him out on it was Wolfman. I can't remember. Yeah, so I was honest with him. I didn't like it, and I was like, I think people are going to be upset. And sure enough, I heard about it. And then people were like, "You're just sitting there and letting Marvel run over you." I'm like, dude, you don't understand the conversations I've already had. So yeah.
Jordan loves your Saga shirt.
Oh, thank you. I love it. Melanie got this for me for Christmas. I'm pretty annoyed because I know for a fact New Avengers Reprint is going to be pretty high in demand, but there's nowhere for me to pre-order it yet. Well, we know it's coming, right? It's just I have that. And let me tell you, Chris, and anybody else that was asking about solicits, I have that information before it even goes to the catalog. So it hasn't even hit the catalog yet. Otherwise, you would already see it leaked, right? Places share it on, or is it like forums like the Marvel Masterworks and Facebook, and then Twitter and Reddit, places like that. So that's probably why, but it is coming.
CNSSA Forcing, thank you for the explanation.
Absolutely. It's not my fault at all. That's a t-shirt. It's not my fault at all. That's how I should have announced the spine change.
Craze Inkosaurus says, does Japan have a market for older manga? Do they have something like First Appearance of Vegeta, $1,000 in a manga store?
I think that I will be honest with you, Craze Ankylosaurus. I love your name, by the way.
It's fun to say.
I think the mentality of collectors have changed in Japan. And I blame a lot of us, people that make content in America, because when we went there in 2008, there were some things that I found that I'm like, there's no way that there was a place called Book Off. I love Book Off, but Book Off is kind of like our Goodwill, right? Like you've been to a Goodwill here in America, cheap things. And in Japan, they kept things in so great condition, like original, like booklets with the box and the game. And that place is now become kind of like a pawn shop. Like they look at every single price, kind of like what happened to Goodwill here. Now they're starting to mark things up when they know it's like a collector's item. And I think a lot of it has to do with TikTok and people that go hunting at Ollie's for comics. So we've kind of messed that up for ourselves. Because I was heartbroken to go to a Book Off when we went to Japan last year and find out, oh, they have a glass case now? Oh, that sucks. Now they know what they have. Yeah. So I think there is that mentality now of collectors. Like, I don't know about First Appearance of Vegeta, but definitely, I mean, and there's always been a collector's for
Brian K. Vaughan.
first print books, right? Even in the book market. And that's everywhere.
Let's see.
Yeah, they're hit or miss on prices because I mean sometimes they have things that are out of print and they know that it's worth money. And
we've got a lot of good questions.
Okay.
First, though, Lionheart.
Where are you going?
For the super chat, you get the Alf. let's pretend it exists Omni cover.
What? Let's see.
Omar, going on vacation to Florida next Friday. Yay! What $3 should I bring on vacation? This one right here. Custom bind yourself Alpha Omni and the classic that revolutionized the comic book industry. Which 3 books? Well, the biggest, thickest ones you can lug around while you're ready for an airplane. That's what you do.
Hurt your back. All right. Fear Agent, the new printing that just came out. Volume 1. Take that with you, man. It's so good. I'm thinking of books that just recently came out that might be easy for you to grab. What's the...
Have fun in Florida?
I'm trying to think. Maybe Rom. Have you read Rom? I had a lot of fun with Rom. But, I mean, you know, opinions vary. So, Omnibus Volume 1. And then the Spy versus Spy Omnibus. There you go. That's a smaller one.
Oh, did you give 3?
I did.
Man, there's just so much to read. Like, I want to read Fear Agent, and I want to read. Now I'm like, I should catch up on Saga so I can start buying singles because I want to read it. But you said that the collected edition's coming out soon. Just oh man, there's just so much to read. Okay, so James is saying, Melanie, if I read Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Last Ronin, does NMC have a plan that I could talk about it? Maybe Discord, a book club? Yes, sir. Yes, there is. And this goes along with Jordan's question about do you have a Discord? So on our Patreon, the $5 tier starts at $1, but the $5 tier gives you access to Discord where there are tons of different channels, and we've got great moderators keeping things just a safe, positive experience. And you've got a book club as a channel to talk about things. And also the Sunday we'll meet through Zoom, the $7.77. So
we can be face to face with you folks.
To discuss TMNT, The Last Ronin, and that's 4 p.m. Eastern time. 4 p.m. Eastern time.
There's other perks to like the $5 tier. You get early access to videos and things like that. Polls on next reading order whenever I'm done with Transformers. So there's things like that. So thank you so much for asking. And I have to give a shout out to our Discord mods because we just had a chat about, you know, should we reach out to this person about something? And I thought it was the most mildest reason why to reach out to this person because it was brought to their attention. And I was like, no, wow, if this is all we're dealing with, we really have a good group in there. And part of the reason why is, and it was a really good idea. And it was Melanie's idea to, like, you know, if you charge $5, people don't act a fool in there. People think twice about posting something because they don't want to get kicked out because they're paying for something. And it's also a good way when I do early videos where people go and chat about it. Okay, Omar announced this. Let's talk about it here before we can talk about it on the comment section.
Thank you to all our patrons because and to everybody who likes and shares the videos because otherwise Omar could not do this as his job. Like it just without Patreon, nope, can't do it. So
Omar,
thank you.
I'm moving and just packed up my Omnis. What kind of thank you do you do for the movers who have to pick up these boxes? I bought their lunches and I tipped them well. But here's the thing you have to understand. I don't know how he
has a lot of books.
Yeah. I will say that, my dude, if you like, it depends on where you live, right? If you tip, I've learned if you've tipped people well, because I was a mover too. I've done that for a living.
You did?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
A couple summers, yeah. Back with my aunt and my cousin Rodney when he had that summer. Because you were a little girl when I was in high school.
No, I meant just how did I?
I've done all kinds of jobs. But anyway, what you can do, depending on who it is, they can knock out some hours, man. So they don't charge you. So it kind of balances out. You tip them well, they'll knock off some hours. So you don't get charged as much.
Hardcore, yo! What's up?
Oh, now you just
Is that
lost...
something hardcore to say?
No, that is not. No, it is not. Have you read Sacrifices by Rick Remender? I haven't yet. I read usually his stuff in hardcover format, and he knows this because he recognized me when I saw him at New York Comic Con. He was like, "Hey, man, thanks for saying all those nice things about me." And I said, "Oh, yeah? Let me get an interview. That's how you can pay it back."
Oh, you did not.
I did. I swear.
You didn't say it like that, though.
I did.
What? Just like that with that
just
attitude.
Like that. And then
like,
I don't know if William. I don't know if William is here, but William was right over. Like I was talking to Remender, and William was in line, and then he comes up and he's like, "You have no idea how many books I bought because of this guy." And he pointed at me, and I'm like, "I did not pay this man to say that."
Dude, the person before you and Don Rose's line was like, "I bought this because of your video." Like the big,
but Don's a lot different than.
He doesn't get it.
Yeah, Don's like Joe Kubert. That guy sucks.
He doesn't think you suck.
I love Don Rose.
Let's see. We have a super chat. And
Good
Derek
morning.
is saying, "Good morning.
How do you
Good
do?"
morning.
Had to do some honey list stuff here first.
How do you do? And then I want to get to panel.
Hey, Mega Shremser, how are you, buddy? Hello, Omar, Melanie. Do you think we'll get the files for the Prelude to the Mutant Massacre omnibus covers? Any idea when? When does it come out? I like to reach out a couple months.
By the way, this GIF is from it's Catwoman.
Oh, that's a great GIF. By the way,
it's a horrible.
That is the best use of practical effects I've ever seen any.
Oh man.
I'm trying to think. I'll try to reach out a couple months ahead of time. It's usually when they get the files done.
Thank Monk has to be on comics. Y'all go check him out. Check out his channel. Hardcovers read.
Oh, he does have a good channel, man. Hey, dude, I saw that your top 10 reads did really well. Seriously, brother, keep on trucking. This is the thing about I'm just happy to see BJ Kick still doing things. Comics are dope. Because there's so many people that lose that steam. Like you just run on fumes and you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. What's the point? We've all been there. Oh, dude.
Are you a
Tardy?
Shock Tardy fan?
Mm-hmm.
How do you
big fan?
I picked up a lot of his work secondhand, including
GD
This War, and has been very impressed. He's widely acclaimed as a master, but doesn't seem to be talked about much.
Not here in America, unfortunately. But GD This War is one of my favorite books. Like that came in a box set released here, and it is a powerful story because they're not glorifying anything. It's just what happened, right? And there are some graphic scenes in there that are rough to get through. So I don't recommend it for people that can't stand violence. Yeah. Omar married a little girl. Okay. Wait a second. Did I read? Okay.
You said you were a little girl when I was in high school. No.
Yeah.
So he's 4 years older than me.
Okay.
So, if you were a freshman, then I was in 5th grade.
Yeah, but I was working when I was a sophomore.
So I was in 6th grade.
That would have been creepy. Hey.
Well, yeah, we didn't know each other then.
You want to go read some comics together?
What?
Nah.
Yeah, man. My top 10 comics of 2023 was my first video.
What's up, man?
Cool feeling. Yay! Congratulations.
Keep on trucking, man. You're a smart guy. I can't believe Jess is stealing all my.
This is how he starts his videos.
All my people.
Wait.
What's up?
No. I know it. Just a second.
Okay.
Because there's one word I can't remember what you say. What to do? Something, babies. Shoot, what do you say?
You
say what to do.
That's exactly how he sounds. He's so smart. I just commented on how smart he is, and you're like, oh, he says something like this. Something babies.
Something babies.
Yeah.
What to do, Muppet babies.
Yep, that's it. Everybody's like, what's she talking about? What is? I'm never watching that show.
Like Master B knows what I'm talking about.
How can you miss comic babies? Like he says.
Does he say comic babies?
Oh my
I guess
gosh.
I'm just because I can't.
See why she's not my hype.
You all know.
She's not my hype girl.
Let it do what it do, baby.
This is why Melanie's not in charge of my PR nor my hype girl. Like she's just my rock.
All right. Medication destroys new pathways in my brain to create memories. All right. I got a bad memory.
Just like
who are you?
Wolverine.
Yeah, sure. Oh, yes, I'm totally Wolverine. Secretus Omni. Do you have to read any other series?
No,
Thank you.
Not at all. All you have to know is the villains are united and they're going to destroy the good guys. People will probably tell you to read Identity Crisis, Infinite Crisis. You don't have to, but you'll want to probably because it's that good.
Comic babies make our dreams come true.
Thank you, Miss Walker, for the super chat. Don't have a question. Just wanted to show you two amazing people some support. Y'all are awesome.
Thank you so much. And Jack said it was okay to show the picture.
Okay, let me get that. Dude, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much.
When your world looks kind of weird and you wish that you
This is how we get demonetized.
Ooh, cool. Just close your eyes and make believe.
Jack. I'm going to show a picture of Jack in his before
Jack's
Viva
looking cool.
Viva Peru Carajo.
Yeah, wait. Let's show this picture and imagine him saying that.
This is back when he was angry. Where did I download that to? God bless America.
Was it the desktop? Yeah, there it is.
This is Goth Jack.
Let's get rid of the.
Thank you again for the super chat. This
There
is
we
Goth
go.
Jack. Look at you, man.
That's intense.
I did
Ugh,
not wear.
cheekbones.
I wore eyeliner.
Omar did not wear as much eyeliner. That's cool. Thanks. Yo, I wish I can I show a picture of you?
No, you cannot.
I thought you looked good with eyeliner.
Thank you, baby. I love you.
Is it too late to get Aaron's and Wade's Foot Rider in one omnibus, just like JMS's Thor Omni? Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat. I asked about that and they did not get back to me. What they did get back to me about, and thank you for the super chat, by the way. So I'll ask again because I don't think it's too late. Let me ask again, okay? Because I don't think that's in the catalog yet, is it? The Ghost Rider Aaron, or is it? Dang it! If it's in the catalog, it might be too late. But I did ask and was told no on adding the Jed McKay Man Without Fear to Zdarsky's Daredevil, and adding Extreme X-Men, the miniseries, the new miniseries to the Extreme X-Men 2. But they're checking on Starjammers for Excalibur 3. So there is still a little hope for that.
I was like, maybe it's a story I don't know. Bar priest of your
Jack, that's most definitely a look. You were rocking.
Oh
it.
yeah, Trunks hair Omar is where it's at.
Dude, Trunks hair
Where it's
Omar.
at.
When I dyed that sucker
Got
blonde.
two turntables and a microphone. Where it's at. Oh, we're
It's
playing
with you today.
Muppet Babies. That will be stuck in your head. Get Beck stuck in your head. Two turntables and a microphone.
Foot Rider.
Tarantino.
Ah, that's what's up. Super sticker from Bar. Oh boy, here we go.
No, it's not. That's from Halen. I'm looking for a comment. I'm not seeing.
I can never pull that off, even in my wildest dreams, is what Bar's saying.
In your wild
Oh, this is from
dreams.
Elon.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I thought it was Bar for some reason.
I didn't see a comment.
I'm sure it's there.
So,
There it is.
Oh,
It's like
here
right
it is.
underneath
It was right underneath. It is so nice of you to be the hors d'oeuvres. Doors. No, the hors d'oeuvres. Why can't I say it? Hors d'oeuvres. Hors d'oeuvres to OmniDog's 3-course meal every week. Oh, yes, you all at 1 o'clock go to Omni.
Wait a second. Now,
Dog's channel.
that man doesn't even know how to edit videos. That's why he's got all that energy. Everything he does is live. Hi from Italy. Thanks for the community you created. Salvatore Sorrentino, thank you so much for the kind words. It is my pleasure. Sometimes when Bruce sends me 14 copies of
13,
Trouble,
just 13.
13,
Just
sorry,
13.
I do question the kind of community we've built. But no, seriously, thank you. And thank you, Bruce. You know I love you. Why do you sound disappointed that I sent a super sticker? Oh, he's always
the whore! No, Bar spending money on
it's a good thing you read that because I always
Duvrays.
Duvrays.
You're a class act.
My class act. He's taking all my co-hosts. He took Bunkmaster B.
Have you read 8 Billion Genies?
Yeah. I like the aspects of it. It's not my favorite Charles Soule book, but it's probably, if I were to rate it, I'd give it a 6 out of 10. It was good.
Do you think Titan will do a reprint of Dark Horse's Colossal Conan?
Right now, we have to make sure they get their first omnibus out, and then we can start talking about other stuff. There are issues. There are things that are happening behind the scenes, but I think they're trying to, lots of meetings are taking place. Some people are happy. Some people are not. I can't get it. I can't talk about what it is. I know the reason. All I can say is that the reason infuriates me. And I hope they do the right thing. So once they get that fixed, and like I said, there's meetings happening, so hopefully going in the right direction. Once we get that Marvel Omnibus reprint, that's when we can start talking about other things, because I want to see it. I want to see Conan come back. I miss it. I never thought I would, but I loved reading Conan every few months. It was amazing.
How do you think DC Comics is improving with their collected editions? Have they gotten better the last 2 years?
100%. They have. I mean, if you look at where we were last year this time, I had to reach out to them to make sure they weren't, everybody was talking about how they weren't going to do anymore, right? So, yes, look where we are now. Secret Six. Just yesterday, right? Flash. William Messner Loeb's Flash. Stuff that hasn't, like, a lot of that stuff hasn't never been collected anywhere. And flipping Hitman? Come on, man. 3 different series from 3 different decades. Oh my gosh. we're in a better place. So I have a lot of high hopes for them. So
any chance we get some Charlie's War reprints from Titan?
I can ask. I have really good contacts at Titan in 2000 AD. I love those people. Conan stuff is going way up in price because people are losing faith in reprints. It's what happens. It happens in everything, though, right? Like it happens in video games and it happens in physical media. Been thinking about starting a YouTube TikTok channel about comics from a literary scholarship education perspective for fun. Any suggestions for getting starting in the YouTube game?
YouTube is promoting shorts right now. So maybe doing shorts just to get your name out there, even if you're wanting to do longer content, but like having that to help with the algorithm, maybe.
It's weird right now. I've been doing this for 7 years, and even in the 7 years, I've seen so much changes. Like you've seen a lot of older channels they're leaving, right? Like Matt Pack, I think, made a really great exit. And I tell you,
He said Matt Pack.
Is that his name? Matt Pack?
Pat.
I like this voice. I remember when you and the kids would watch it.
Oh, yeah. Like I used to watch this video.
What was it? Game Theory, right?
Make you feel better.
Like he's leaving. And that kind of opened a lot of people's eyes. Like, why are people leaving that have been doing this?
I thought it was for also to be with his kids.
It is. But here's the big thing that's happening that a lot of people are saying and what is going on with YouTube. Right now, they are promoting the crud out of shorts. Shorts without people's faces in them. Shorts without somebody in front of the camera. Shorts created by AI, script by AI, voice by AI, and those are getting promoted, and those are getting the views, and those are getting, that's what's getting the attention. And it's sad. Like you lose that human touch, and I'm like, what is the point of this? There are people, and the same thing is going to happen to you have a channel on cars, whatever it is. It's nonsense. There are people out there. My hands were my video was stolen so they could use it to be sponsored by PRH on a TikTok video. And I don't know if the guy's watching or not, but that's all AI generated. Like the entire video is explaining about Invincible, the history of Invincible. And it's funny, I've seen so many people do that and get less views. But because that video is a minute and something long, and it's got a nice AI soothing voice, even though it repeats itself because it's still a freaking bot and nobody has the decency to check to make sure, like, rewrite the script a little bit. Yeah, it's a weird time, but it's still a great platform. Like it is a great platform. And I think, still doing it, what I would suggest, microphone. That's the biggest thing. A microphone. Because people hear your voice, right? So if you have a cruddy camera, whatever, that's okay. But if you have a good mic and you're consistent, you drop a video at 5 p.m. every Tuesday or every month at the same time, yeah, that would be good.
Oh, yeah, same time. Mm-hmm.
Consistency is what people like, and they come to expect and stick with it. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't mean to get on a freaking pedestal about AI, but it's
Nick said, thanks for the advice. Love the content.
Thank you. But I have but I mean, I'm just being honest. Like it's what people gravitate towards. And people, my wife didn't even know she was listening to an AI voice because people are fooled into thinking it's a real person.
I was like, oh, this person's got rich vocabulary. I love this script and, stuff. And then I'm like, but why? It's so well written. Why is this person repeating themselves a lot? Like they should have edited that out. It's because it was AI. I was like, well,
if AI is writing
I quit listening.
If AI is writing your script and doing your voices,
Jerky is one of those iceberg videos. I do enjoy.
You have very little.
I do enjoy me an iceberg video now and then.
You have very little to do, and it just.
Oh, that's such a good movie, Wally.
Dumb TikTok voice.
Oh, I do hate the TikTok voice. It gets on my nerves.
And the
that's
thing is,
my preference. I don't like it. I don't like the voice.
And the thing is like channels that have been around for a while have to do shorts. I don't like doing shorts, but I have to keep my game in the algorithm. And that's what they
Oh,
promote.
Newsprint Channel used to watermark all the video conversions I uploaded years ago because people would download and repost them within hours. After a while, I just stopped caring. My channel brings me no money. Oh, man.
See, and that's not fair, right? Like, but it happens to all of us. Like, and it's weird when it happens to you. Like your video, like, and it's happened before in the past. And I'm like, whatever.
Oh,
Omar, my girlfriend just got me the wedding of Cyclops and Phoenix. Oh,
yay!
dude,
That's so sweet.
my wedding vows. Some of it came from there. Any chance of IDW being Transformers being reprinted? I think so. Yeah, I think there's a big chance of that happening.
What's
But
the
first,
schedule for
the classic stuff. Thank you for asking, Final Shadow, and big shout out to you, my dude. For doing the timestamps every week. So, or do you get a AI generated bot to do the timestamps? That could save you some time. All right, here we go. Tomorrow is the release of the Masterworks, along with a bunch of Dark Horse books overview, and Monday is the Iron Fist Omnibus overview, which is on Patreon. That hits Patreon tomorrow. The Clone Saga overview and the Jim Sub interview at 6 p.m. That one is live. Tuesday's the Marvel Trade paperbacks. No old reader, new reader, because I'm pulling the ladies to do the Tengen Top and Gurren Lagann. We're going to the theater to watch that, to review on Wednesday. So that's at 8 p.m.
Tuesday.
At 8 p.m.
Yay!
Eastern Standard Time. I cannot wait for that. Wednesday is Hidden Gems, the return of Hidden Gems, and I'm so glad I brought it back. Thank you all for being patient. And Thursday, I can't remember what I'm doing. I think it's a Titan overview, and I'm also announcing something for Titan. And I am at 6 p.m. getting together with my friends, Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. here live, to do the Evergreen Marvel Omnibus list. So
somebody was asking about that.
Peter M., Lars, Omnidog, Oddfell, and Curtis is joining us for that too. And maybe Riley, I don't know. He's, Riley will just jump in when he wants to. But Peter M. wants to do a presentation. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be live. You all can jump in. And, we're getting a lot of feedback for those type of videos. So if you like people talking, discussing, and fighting, and it's live, and you all can be a part of it, join us for that. That's a lot of fun. And then Friday...
What are we waiting for, Bar?
What is Friday? I can't remember. Friday, I think it's an overview of the Compendium, TMNT Compendium, I think. Volume 2. Finally got it, so.
When do you want to use my Spider-Man Spider Shadow review?
Whenever you want me to drop it, baby.
Well, you just did the week schedule.
Yeah, so probably this Friday. This
Okay.
Friday. Melanie's review. So there we go. Are you building up?
Wait, don't take it off the super chat because I
Thank you so much, my brother.
Oh, sounds like another marvelous week, is what she's saying.
Any news on some Dark Horse
announcements?
announcements? Haven't heard from them. Maybe Monster Size BPRD.
you.
I would love to announce anything for them. Dark Horse Direct, it was kind enough to reach out to me, so we're going to be doing some things for them. Like if it doesn't, I told them, I'm a collected editions channel. They were trying to send me a bunch of giant statues, and I'm like, as much as I love them, I'll take ones that are kind of comic book related and probably put those on TikTok, and they were cool with that. That was really cool because I like people that are willing to work with me. I think I've shared already, like when Whatnot reached out to me and they were trying to make me do things that I was not comfortable with, and I had Dan.
That's not so bad.
Well, I mean, you can't. Look, everybody knows that YouTube.
Thank you again for the super chat.
YouTube, the monetization of YouTube has gone down dramatically, so everybody can take a sponsor. But I'm also have to weigh my options, right? I can't say things I don't believe in, and I can't make shows specific on selling things. Like if I don't sell anything, I give away things. So when I had Dan look at the contract, my lawyer, by the way, anybody that makes a contract, get yourself a copyright lawyer. It helps in the long run. They were wanting some things that we were both like, no. So I said, hey, we rewrote the contract. If you guys want to work together, here it is. Never heard from them.
Bar saying that she likes shorts. I like canning helpful information short forms. And so like on Saturday evenings, I have an what's it called? reminder go off my phone to post, take a TikTok and make it a short, because we only have one video on Saturdays, and just, you know, for algorithm purposes and to help people who do like shorts, like maybe find the channel and stuff like that. Every once in a while, I will watch shorts. I remember for a week, like I started getting sucked in, and I was like, I don't like that feeling, so I really don't watch shorts. But obviously, we sometimes put them out if the reminder goes off and we're not busy doing something, and I remember to post it.
Rahul, did that come out? Did the Deadly Class Compendium come out? Because I'd be happy to. I have to, you know, I have to order that book, but yeah, I'd be happy to do it. I think it's out already, isn't it? So here, there were a couple of things I wanted to point out. Still in bed with AirPods. Can you whisper me back to sleep?
Shush. Good night. Okay.
What if he was talking to me?
Oh, do it. I know you ain't gonna get up there to the mic and.
Here's a short for you. I'm gonna do just for you right now. Here's a short.
What?
Bar, go watch longer videos. Quit being lazy. All right, Omar and Melanie, what are some of your favorite up and coming comic writers? Up and coming. Oh, dude, I love Ryan North. I know I'm not a fan of Squirrel Girl. I'm not a fan of Squirrel Girl, but I love his Fantastic Four. If that guy gets X-Men, I'd be happy. I just love the way he treats those characters. And to answer the question about contracts, there's so many questions. I'm so sorry. As far as contracts, people that are working in the industry, especially if people that have creator-owned comics that a publisher is willing to publish, I know it costs money, but get yourself a copyright lawyer. Get yourself a lawyer to look over the contract, because at the end of the day, that's what happens a lot. People get, you know, you sign something and then you don't realize it because there's a check with that something, right? But before you know it, man, it sucks, right? Get yourself somebody to look over your stuff, no matter who it is. If you have a YouTube channel and you have a sponsor, get yourself a lawyer to look at that sponsorship. I don't care who it's with. It's to protect you and to protect the person that's sponsoring you too. So what I was saying is, my point was Dark Horse Direct. Thank you so much for, you know, willing to deal with me and putting things on TikTok. Is the 1997 Blu-ray of Berserk worth it? 100%. Haven't started reading deluxe editions yet. Will the movie spoil too much of the manga? Thanks. Oh gosh. Yeah. Okay.
But watching it made me.
Let me answer this.
Made me read it.
He's not talking about the movies though. He is talking about the 1997 show.
Oh no, it won't.
So here. Sorry. How do I put, if I had to do it over again? So the way that I got into Berserk was from the 1997 series. I watched a bootleg copy in 1998 and I said, how can you end it like this? There has to be more. And there was, but I had to wait until 2003 for Dark Horse to bring, I didn't have to, but the Berserk is one of those few books that I respected enough, even back then, not to pirate. If I had to do it again, I would read the manga first, but please do not be turned off by the first volume, because it's a lot different when the story gets to the golden age. Yeah. The movies are great because the movies start in the golden age. Or actually, the TV show sort of kicks off in the golden age because it's like one episode and then there's a flashback. But completely worth it. Third chat of the year yet again. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Marvel Bab. Great question about Berserk, but it's a great question. If I had to do it again, I would read the manga just to be surprised.
It's golden age up to the eclipse.
Yes, and I don't want to say what the eclipse is, and I'm sure, you know, short videos by AI have ruined that for you already. Love today's stream. Thank you, Omar. Super cool, Melanie.
A certain female Norwegian comic writer be joining?
Oh, Torun? Yeah. Do you want her back? I can always ask. She's always open to come back. She is a great person. Time to get the band back together for Matt My Ex. That's one thing on my list to do.
I miss the 90s.
I miss the 80s.
Hey, D-Rock. Well, it's 104.
It is 104. We'll take 5 more questions. Thank you so much for being here, everybody.
Hey, Dark Knight. Let's see. Ooh, Parker's Comics Reader. That sounds really cool. So an actual question. Did Claremont ever explain how the Fantastic Four versus X-Men mini came about during Mutant Massacre? Was it Shooter's idea?
That was editorial mandate, but he still told the story of Kitty Pryde in there. So it was like he was going to add it into X-Men anyway, so let's go ahead and put it into this miniseries. It's a great miniseries.
Awesome. I really like her. Writing and her as a person. Any news from Omnibus Hellblazer?
No, unfortunately. Just Just the one that we've had forever, Garth Ennis.
Why are comics called comics?
Because they used to be called funny pages, right? Like it was humorous, and the term kind of stuck. Omar and Melanie, Godzilla and Kong are fighting the Justice League. Who would you like to see the kaiju fight in Marvel? Oh, the X-Men and Santa Claus as one of the X-Men. Omar, going to watch Jess's stream? No, I love my folks, my fellow. We have a chat with Omnibros, and I have a chat with other content creators. I don't watch other people's stuff, and that's just out of
sometimes I do,
out of respect, because I don't want to subconsciously steal material. Because
also we're busy.
Also, I don't watch YouTube anymore, right? I don't watch any other kind of YouTube videos unless it's like music to put in the background.
I was like,
while I'm reading.
I really wanted you to watch that Daniel Warren Johnson commentary.
Can't do it.
Like, it's so interesting.
Oh, I'm sure it is, but I don't want to. But just because I don't doesn't mean that you should not. You should definitely go and support these wonderful content creators that have a lot of great voices.
And let's end with Jack's super chat. Miss Riley being on Matt, my ex. Please kidnap him. Aww.
I will try. Riley's going through a lot of changes recently. His body makes him sound like he's going through puberty. Working. He's going through puberty.
There you go, Jack. A David Bowie song.
Have a great weekend. Thanks for another show. Thank you all. Thanks for another great stream, guys. Everyone, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you all. And if you were one of the winners for the Omnibus, please email me. You have 48 hours or this message will self-destruct, because I want to make it fair and give it to somebody else in case, you did not watch. So that's part of the thing, right? If you enter a contest, and you got to watch if you want or not. Everybody stay healthy and safe out there. Brian, how you doing, buddy?
Ooh.
Much love.
I will do that. And
are you not ending this? I just said
stay minty. Wait.
What are you doing?
I'm the Batman who laughed.